welcome back to my channel. It is currently Thursday, November 20th, after school. I actually just finished recording my prior vlog, which was all about Parent Peak. Today was a busy day. We had families come in during science in both the morning and afternoon to take a peek at what we were doing here in the classroom. We built Rube Goldberg machines, so it was very hands-on STEM, and it was fantastic. So if you have not seen that vlog, when this one finishes, go back and watch that one. But I am starting a new vlog because tomorrow is the last day before fall break. And I figured I could kind of talk about what all I'm doing to like tie up loose ends before fall break. It's also my Switch teacher's birthday tomorrow, so I need to decorate her classroom for that. And we are redeeming all kinds of rewards from our Boosterthon fundraiser tomorrow. We're doing a really fun math activity. It's gonna be a scavenger hunt. They're collecting feathers for a turkey, and it's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be busy and probably exhausting, but it's gonna be a good one. So let's jump into it. Okay, first order of business. I've cleaned up after Parent Peak. I don't even know what time it is, hold on. Okay, it's basically 3:30. I've cleaned up from Parent Peak. I do have grading to do. We did a social studies assignment today and a math assignment, so I need to get those graded, but I would rather go ahead and set up for my team teacher's birthday, which is tomorrow. I'm so excited. And I have been stashing stuff in my cabinet, so let me grab that. Okay, so lots of things. Let's start here, I guess. This is a gift bag. So it is her 40th birthday, and I found this gift bag online and thought it was really cute. So it says number 40, but then the string, it arrived broken, which kind of made me mad. This piece is broken. This is supposed to go through here. So let's fix that with some tape. It's not gonna be perfect, but it'll be good enough. Okay. It's fine. That's why I'm a teacher, not a surgeon. But it just has number 40, and then it says existent since 1985. So this is gonna be her little gift bag. And then it did come with some tissue paper. This is like pink. Oh, what is this? Do you maybe tie up this, right? Like when this is up? Okay, I think that's what that's for. But tissue paper, and then I brought some from home because I had white and black. This is technically Halloween tissue paper, but I figured that would go well with that. Now, I guess since I have that, let's go ahead and talk about gift. Now, typically we don't necessarily do gifts for each other. Each Switch teacher plans the birthday festivities for each other. So my Switch teacher did mine, I do hers, and same for the rest of the team. Usually that means kind of decorating their room and ordering lunch. So I'll get to that tomorrow, but they place the lunch order, and then like obviously since it's my Switch teacher, like I will pay for her lunch, and then you coordinate some kind of a dessert. But I did want to put together a little gift for her because it is her 40th, it's a big one, and I just want to be able to, you know, make her feel special and also play off of all of the different 40s things. Starting with her card, it says, "Rip your 30s, gone but not forgotten." So I thought that that was adorable, and it kind of matches the bag. And I already had my team teachers all sign it, so that is good. I can go ahead and seal that up. What is this? Oh, this is for her cake tomorrow. It says 40 is fine when you look 29.
You look like a baby who suddenly aged 50 years.
So I can go ahead and take this out of the package. Okay, put that to the side. This is decor for her room. Come back to that. Decor, decor. This is going in the gift. This is going in the gift. This is going in the gift. That's for her room. This goes in the gift, and that's it. Okay, so for just the little gift basket, it's nothing major. I just wanted some little things for her to open. So this says, this is my 40-year-old coloring book, and it just has some funny pages, so that's going in there. This candle that says, smells like your 30s are over. This cup that says, in my 40s era, and then these earrings, which I thought were really, really cute, that have 40 on them. So I'm gonna pack up this gift bag, and then we're gonna talk about her room decor. so now let's look at some of the other decor things. I got just plain white party hats that I'm gonna put out at student desks and have them decorate, and then that way they can wear the party hats throughout the day. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that these are easy to just like put together with the string. I'm thinking it is, but I don't know, TBD. Ooh, okay, there's the strings. Oh, okay, so that's trash. All right, so here's a hat, and it should be as easy, which side? I guess they should stay flat because they're gonna decorate them, but can I put the string, oh, do I have to tie the, oh, okay. We're gonna come back to those. But for other decor, other than for the cake topper, which my team teacher who makes phenomenal cakes, she made one for my birthday. She is making a cake for my switch teacher tomorrow. So this will go on the cake. Then for decor, I got, these are like kind of, they like dangle, at least I think they dangle. Y'all, I've been ordering this for the past like 2 weeks, just like random stuff. So now I'm like trying to remember what all I have. Yeah. Cute. Okay, so these are just like dangly pieces and they have like the 40s on them. And then, okay, these ones have like the 1985. I think this came all in a big pack. This was pretty much all from Amazon. Cute. Yeah, 1985. Okay, so these I will just kind of dangle around like her back table area. And then this was like a big pack of a bunch of different decor stuff. So let's just kind of see what's in here. I was gonna say, I know there's balloons. It's kind of a rose gold look to it. Okay, so we have this birthday kind of little crown tiara situation. So it just says happy birthday. But I also got, because we have like a Disney theme this year, these Mickey ears that say birthday girl. So she can choose whichever one. I'll put them both out. And then, okay, I know somewhere in here is a big 40 balloon. I think that's these, because they look fairly big. This is a sash that says my 40th birthday. So we can take that out. I'll lay this out for her to be able to wear. Cute. It just kind of looks like that. And then, this is a banner that says happy birthday, and then I think this is another cake topper, so we won't necessarily need that. But we are now gonna have a big balloon blow up party. We're just gonna get them all ready. Some of these I know have like confetti and stuff in them. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch, okay. All right, what is this? Oh, I think is this like a champagne bottle? Yeah, we're not gonna put that one up. We're gonna put that over there, but I think there's like an actual 40, yeah. So there's the 4, and I think this is the 0, and then I think this is just another big balloon. Oh no, it's a crown, cute. Okay, so we're gonna pace ourselves, but we're gonna get these all blown up, take it to her room, get the banner strung, get it all hung up, get her decorations done, and then we'll come back and get some grading done. It is now Friday morning. I stayed later than I was hoping to last night. I think I underestimated how long it takes to blow up a bunch of balloons and string all the banners and hang everything up, especially when you're 5'3", so it involves a ladder. And it took about 2.5 hours to decorate her room, but I do really like how it turned out. I had gotten 2 different packs of decor things from Amazon, the one that was kind of 40 themed, the other one that was pink and green, because those are her favorite colors. And originally I thought, oh, I'm just gonna use the 40 one. The pink and green was kind of backup, but I ended up using the pink and green one to decorate like outside of her door. So it worked out perfectly. But that being said, it was a late night last night because once I left school, I then had to go to the grocery store to pick up some things because we're doing movie and popcorn today. We'll come back to that. And then I got home and I had to make fudge. Didn't have to make, I chose to make fudge because I'm putting together, or put together, some little nifty gifties for my coworkers. If you've been following me for a while, you know I love gift giving.
There you go, gift bag for you, okay.
And I have not done as much of it this year as I would have liked because the year has just had a busy start. And so I'd kind of planned in the back of my head, I want to do something for my coworkers leading into fall break. So let me show you what I put together. I always love just walking around stores to try to get inspiration for things like this. I was at Dollar Tree a couple of weeks ago and I saw these cups that say sip, back, and relax. They came in a 3-pack and I thought, you know what, that would be perfect. I can stuff them with some like coffee themed things as a fall break gift. So basically inside of here at the very bottom, it's probably hard to see, but there is some little crinkly papers. I'll just kind of take this one apart. So I have some like brown crinkly paper down in the very bottom. There you go. You can see one peeking out. Then I have some of these coffee candies that I always love. I don't know if other people love them, but I love them. And then there is this chocolate chip espresso biscotti, and I got these in like a bulk pack on Amazon, but you can find them at a lot of like grocery stores. And then last night I made some espresso fudge, and honestly this was my first time making fudge. I'm kind of happy with how it turned out, and I feel like they look halfway decent, which, you know, I bake a lot, and then I always feel very amateur when I say things like that because fudge is very, very easy to make, and I don't know why I had never made it before. But I ended up prepping, I think 21 of these to give out to coworkers, and I had some extra fudge, so I just put it in a container. I'll leave this in the staff lounge. That way people can help themselves to it. This morning, I do need to attach the actual tags for them because I didn't want them to get crinkled in my bag. So I just made these along with the little fudge tags on Canva. So I'll link them if you're interested. It says, I hope your coffee's strong and the students are calm. Enjoy fall break before it's back to the grind. So in order to attach these, I think I'm just gonna put them like right here on top, but I'm gonna use a little glue dot. These make it so much easier to attach things like this versus trying to tape it on or use glue. I love these because you just stick the little sticky dot on the back and then stick it on there and you are good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those prepped and delivered to my coworkers. Now, I mentioned popcorn and a movie. Today is going to be redeem all of the Boosterthon rewards day. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Our plan today is my students earned our top reward, which was watching a movie. So after specials, we're gonna watch a movie. Now, it's not like an actual movie. It's gonna be like an episode of Liberty Kids from YouTube, which is good because they just learned about the American Revolution in reading, so it will tie in perfectly to that. But it is not just movie, but movie and popcorn. Now, part of me wanted to get like one of those big bags of popcorn and fill the little popcorn baggies, but then when I was leaving school yesterday and already exhausted, I was like, nope, it's too much. So we're gonna keep it simple. I just went to the store and got the little individual baggies of Smart Food popcorn, because who doesn't love this? Like, I remember this from when I was a kid. It was a snack option in the cafeteria and we all loved it. So they'll get a bag of that. And then I got one bag of the Boom Chicka Pop kettle corn, and I'll just dish out little bits to anyone who wants it. I typically use like coffee filters to hand it out because it's really easy, but that way they can have their bag of popcorn and then they can have like a little extra if they want. So that is happening in addition to extra recess time that they earned. Our plan is to just tack that onto our regular recess time, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, stay outside and do our science experiment. So one of our rewards, and at the time we're like, I don't know what it's gonna be, but we just put on their science experiment. And we've been kind of keeping it a secret. In reality, it's because we didn't know what we were doing. We decided just to keep it simple, and we're gonna do the whole Diet Coke and Mentos little demonstration outside. And that's why I said, keep your fingers crossed, because it thunderstormed last night. I think it's supposed to continue thunderstorming today, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to go outside, but if we do, we're basically just gonna do it with our switch class. So I would have my morning and afternoon class together, big circle. We've got the Diet Coke, which I've never actually done this, like I've seen it, And I've heard that Diet Coke works better than Coke, but fingers crossed that it works, because I don't know for sure. And then we have Mentos. Now, we have like a regular thing of Mentos. These are all individual. And then we have one where they have been hot glued together, because that way you can put it in as like one piece into the Diet Coke. Hopefully it helps. I don't know, we saw it on a video, but that is the plan A. Plan B is to do invisible ink with lemon juice and heat. So I did throw together last night some slides just to have, that way if we are not doing the Diet Coke and Mentos, the other teachers who don't teach science can show the invisible ink stuff to their class, because obviously we may have to shift gears, and that's part of being a teacher. You just gotta be flexible, but let me show you the backup plan. You gotta love the fact that I literally named these slides Boosterthon Science Experiment Reward. But if we do the Mentos and Diet Coke, I put in a slide that goes into the science behind it. I just pulled this from YouTube, but the idea is we would do the experiment outside and then come in and have a discussion about it and watch the video. If we have to shift gears and do the invisible ink, there's like a little 1-minute clip from National Treasure when they're putting the lemon juice on the back of the Declaration of Independence, and then they activate it with heat. So talk about that. This is actually a video they already watched during science when we were talking about solutions, because she creates a solution with lemon juice and water. So we're gonna watch that just to kind of review and go over like how to use invisible ink, go over the materials that they're gonna use, and then their directions. So they're gonna just come up with a secret message, write it using the lemon juice, and then when they finish, bring it to their teacher. And the plan is we have hair dryers, and then we also have like heat lamps. I know you can use irons as well, but I don't have an iron at home, so hopefully one of those works. And if they want to create one and reveal it later, they can just let it dry and take it home, and they can create more than one if they want. And then once again, there is a just kind of explanation video that goes into the science behind it. Now clearly, that's gonna take a majority of the day. We're not teaching social studies today. We're not teaching science. I mean, we're having science, just not our typical science. For math, we are gonna do a turkey scavenger hunt. I talked about this a little bit in a prior vlog because I was prepping this last week, but I used to do this when I taught 4th grade back in Maryland, right before fall break, and it was a hit every year. It was so much fun. So the actual like turkey scavenger hunt I got on TPT, and it is editable. So I went in and changed the questions so that they work with what we've been recently learning. And then I made a new recording sheet to go with it, just because, honestly, I don't remember why, but there was a reason. But regardless, I made just a very simple recording sheet. How it works, I'm going to be hiding these turkeys around my room. They are color-coded. So there are 5 different colors, 5 different teams. So first, students have to find a turkey. Once they find a turkey, then I will give them their first clue. So, well, actually, I need to not take it from here. These were like extra ones. But inside of these smaller envelopes are clues. So you'll notice the number on front will be the answer to a problem. So once they solve a problem, they will go to the envelope with that answer and get the next clue. But to start, I will pull 1 clue from each envelope. So that way each team is starting with a different problem. So it will cycle through. They're gonna do all the problems just in a different order. So for example, this says, when your device is sleepy and needs some might, plug it in here to make things right. Where cords and Chromebooks take a vacation, you'll find a clue by and it's Chromebook station. So they will go to that spot and they're gonna find a folder. Inside of that folder is a feather. Now, there are 5 different feathers, each a different color. They take the feather that matches the color of their turkey. So if I had found the pink turkey, I'm taking the pink feather. They're all the same, it's just a way to kind of keep it organized between the groups. They're then going to solve this question. Michelle goes to the store to buy several items for Thanksgiving dinner. I made these up, by the way. She buys 3 boxes of stuffing for $5 each, 2 bags of carrots for $3 each, 4 bags of potatoes for $6 each, 3 bags of rolls for $7 each, and 2 turkeys for $48 each. She wants to split the cost of the groceries with her 2 siblings. I don't even have 2 siblings. How much does each person pay? Once they solve this and they get the answer, they're gonna write it on the recording sheet. So answer and then word. The word is what's at the top of the feather. So they would write the word because. They keep their feather, and they're gonna come to my back table where I have all of the clue envelopes laid out, and they're gonna find the one that has the correct answer. So I think, I don't know, is this one maybe $54? I'm just trying to remember from the problem. So if this is the answer to that question, they take a clue from here, and it's gonna lead them to the next envelope with a new feather. This says, stories and pages, adventures galore, heroes and dragons, and so much more. Find your clue where books inspire me, hiding inside the, and this is classroom library. So I will have the folder hidden probably behind like where the books and things are. So I do need to go hide some folders this morning. But in between classes, I will have to reset this up. And so when I prep these, on the back of the answer envelopes, I have a picture of the clue that goes inside. So that way I know exactly where they go. And same thing for the feathers. On the back, I have a picture of the feather. So I know it's fine. We're gonna leave it out for now. We'll find it. But I also put where I need to hide that folder. So this one gets hidden by the classroom sink. And that way it makes the setup super easy. So let's see, this goes in the classroom. This one is going by the Chromebook charging. That goes in the classroom. Classroom library, okay. Makerspace, so that I need to deliver. This one goes by classroom cubbies. This one goes by the recess stairs, copy room, and reading teacher. Okay, so these 4 I'm gonna have to put out, and that's the reason I put our names on it, because there will be 3 classes doing this, so it each has their teacher's name on it. They take a feather from their teacher's folder. I also need to hide the turkeys. These are just gonna get laid out at my back table. I need to pull a clue from each one, and then that's it. Total, there are 8 feathers. And once they get all 8 feathers, they put it around the turkey, they have to put the words in order to solve the riddle. So the question is, who never eats on Thanksgiving? And the answer is, the turkey never eats because he's already stuffed. And so I feel like this should take pretty much all of math. I mean, we'll play it by ear and see, but the problems are all kind of more complex, multi-step, but they're gonna work in teams, and it should be a good time. So I'm excited for it. I will link the actual product from TPT, but as I mentioned, it's editable. So I went in and customized all of the questions and things to work for my class and my students, and you can do the same. So just as an example, this is where I'm hiding the folder that goes in the classroom cubbies. So it's kind of, you know, you can see it, it's visible, but it's not the easiest to spot. And then here's an example of one of my hidden turkeys up on top of the cubbies. We made it! I can't believe I'm running because I have no energy right now, despite how it appears, but phenomenal day. And I'm very excited to kick off fall break. Let's see if I can recap my day and remember. First of all, had some beautiful flowers brought to me, and I was like, I promise I will do my best to keep them alive. It may not go so well, but in the morning, I had the party hats out at student desks, and I was a little skeptical because they're not the easiest to assemble, but my students really enjoyed them, both classes. And I did not help them whatsoever. One student figured out how to assemble them. A lot of them needed tape, which was fine. Even getting the string on. And once one student had figured it out, any other student who asked for help, I said, find a friend, because there is someone in here who knows how to do it. And they all just helped each other. And I didn't have to assist with it whatsoever, which was perfect. Then, this morning, my class got to do the styling for my principal and assistant principal. And so they had decided as a class, the girls were all gonna do my assistant principal, the boys were all gonna do my principal. My assistant principal was put in a rainbow outfit and kind of made to look like a clown, but they did a great job. My boys gave my principal a unibrow and a mustache, which one was going one direction, the other side was going the other direction. I said, we have not taught symmetry yet, but that was a lot of fun. They were just great sports about it, and it, made for an entertaining day. Then for math, the turkey scavenger hunt was so much fun, and my students loved it. They were so appreciative. Like, I even had students who were like, thank you for planning this for us. And I'm like, you're so welcome. It's those types of things that make it all worth it. But I got a little smarter with how I hid the turkeys. I went back and I hid them in places where the colors kind of blended in. So I'll show you a few examples of that. But they did a great job finding the turkey. I gave them their clue to start. They were able to figure out the clues for the most part. And they had to ask permission before leaving the room. So they would have to say, hey, can we go to the makerspace? And I would say yes. Some of them asked, hey, can we go to the library? And I'd say no, because it meant the library in the classroom. So they then had to figure it out from there. But they did a great job with that. And they were so engaged. I gave them about 45 minutes. None of them finished it in that time. An hour probably would have been better. But during that 45 minutes, they were engaged the entire time, and it was some tough problems, like multi-step, and when they wouldn't get it right, they wouldn't get frustrated. They're like, all right, let's try it another way. And seeing that perseverance and that productive struggle was great, because that's what math should be. Like, it should be challenging, but you are engaged and want to figure it out. So this was perfect for that. Honestly, I'd love to do this, but maybe for other seasons. So instead of a turkey with feathers, if I can think of some other ways to do it, because they absolutely loved it. So that was well worth it. Then we went to specials. I had a meeting during my specials time, and during that meeting, I had a Sonic drink dropped off. So we do kind of like these raffle, like you get your name put into a drawing, and during our staff meetings, they'll pull out some names. And you get your name added in for various things. But for example, we have like a weekly kind of staff newsletter that goes out. And usually there's a prompt at the bottom. They do these like hidden Mickeys. So they'll take a picture of someone wearing Mickey hands, and you have to like look for clues in the background and figure out who it belongs to. And if you're one of the first 5 people to correctly respond, you get entered into the drawing. So I actually got picked out twice recently for Sonic drinks. So I got one of them today, and I didn't know it was coming today. So it was kind of a surprise, which was great. And then after specials, we had our movie. So we ended up watching Sleepy Hollow, which it's on YouTube. It's like 30 minutes long. They had recently read it in reading, and I let them choose between Liberty Kids or Sleepy Hollow. They chose Sleepy Hollow, and they were cracking up. They loved it, and it's like an old animation. It was fantastic. So that was really fun. From there, we had our study hall time, and during study hall, which I was outside with students who did not owe study hall. First, I had a student who just came up to me and was like, hey, thank you so much for the popcorn with the movie. And like those little moments where they just show appreciation is so sweet. And then I had a conversation with a student about a book, which I'll put the cover up here. It's called Mixed Up, and it's about a student with dyslexia. And during the week of the book fair, which was this week, on our morning announcements, they play these little like book trailers to kind of entice some of the students about the books. And this was a book that we had as a book trailer. And so when they talked about dyslexia, a lot of students who either have dyslexia or their friend has dyslexia really wanted this book. And I had a family donate it to our classroom library, and so I had put it in, and we already had a queue of like 3 different students who wanted to read it. So super popular, highly recommend. It's one of the Bluebonnet books if you're a Texan. But during recess, I saw a student reading it, and I was just like, oh, did you get that from the book fair? And they were like, yeah, and they were like, I have dyslexia, and so this book is about a girl with dyslexia, and it's a really, important thing for me to see that in a book. And I was just like, oh, that representation matters so much. So that was super heartwarming. And then lunch, my team teacher chose Torchy's for her lunch, which it's like a taco place. Fast casual maybe is how I classify it, but she had picked Torchy's. I actually ordered it on Sunday and had scheduled it for delivery today. And we enjoyed Torchy's, and then we enjoyed the gorgeous cake that my team teacher made for her. She had kind of asked like, what do you want or what are you picturing? I was like, well, her favorite colors are pink and green. And we obviously do a lot of like cactus themed things here at our school. And so I was like something, like desert cactus. And she just blew it away. It was absolutely gorgeous. The detail on the cacti were just incredible. And then I had the little cake topper that I was able to add into there. So we thoroughly enjoyed that. And then after lunch, we, had math again. We had our extra recess time. We did the science investigation, which thankfully we were able to go outside. The rain held off. We did the Mentos and Diet Coke, but it was also in the midst of some chaos because they were having like potential bus issues with dismissals. They were trying to call us and get us information, and we had the hot glued Mentos, and mine like fell apart, and so half of them fell on the ground. So we only put in half a stick of Mentos, but the kids enjoyed it. And when we came in, we watched the video explanation, and we started talking about like, my students were asking, well, what would happen if you put the lid on right away? And they were coming up with different ways that they could test that. And I was like, hey, over fall break, that's what you can do. But Overall, it was a great day. I was able to get both of my groups to clean out their cubbies, so I'm looking at them right now. Oh, they look so much better. They cleaned out all the papers and they just look nice and neat and orderly. We got all of our desks straightened up, got everything picked up off the floor. So we're kind of leaving with this like, not blank space or fresh canvas, but it feels, you know, a little bit nicer than what it has been, which is great because that means when we get back, it'll be just that fresh start. So with that being said, I am gonna get out of here and go start my fall break. I think Billy and I are gonna do some snack cootery again tonight. It's just one of my favorite ways to like kick off, you know, or celebrate like a holiday break. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I think I might try to vlog over fall break. I don't know, like a day in the life kind of thing. I don't even know if you're interested in that, but if you are, let me know, stay tuned. As always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on and I will catch you in the next one.